It's that time of the year for Gamescom in Cologne, Germany. And guess where we are? Not there.
Not in Germany. We're at the Gamers 2 headquarters. Multi-million-dollar complex full of microphones and cocaine and video games.
Half of that is true.
Interesting.
I'll let you determine which half.
Think about it. Hey, Gamers 2 podcast coming at you. Your weekly roundup of the news and commentary coming. What? I fucked that up.
Yeah, you did.
What? News and commentary related to the video game industry and anything else that might pique our interest. Like squash.
The game or the vegetable?
You decide.
Oh, interesting.
I lean towards the vegetable.
I don't know how the game is played, and I therefore lean towards that.
Yeah.
I think squash is overrated as far as a vegetable.
Wow.
And that's where I stand.
Clearly, he is a uncultured swine.
Well, no. Quite cultured. Thank you. I have a lot of bacteria.
Okay, that's fair.
That's a science joke that might or might not be right. Don't
You know
remember if culture means bacteria.
Good gut bacteria is
good culture?
Yeah, good culture.
What dumb references?
I have an excessive amount of pressure in my stomach right now.
It didn't help that you chugged half of a sparkling can of sparkling ice caffeine.
I'm sure it tastes fine, but it's like the worst thing I've ever drank in my entire life.
I like that you say that, and I'm like, I have one of those a day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it tastes fine, but like everything in that is like the worst flavors post-COVID for me.
Oh, interesting.
Like normally, some of those, like when Samantha will drink one, or if she has like the seltzers, which kind of have a similar vibe, sometimes like I start dry heaving when I smell them.
Oh man,
so bad.
Eesh. Well, at least you didn't do that.
No, it's
Did
just
you
like
finish it?
No, there's probably half a can left.
Oh, I was gonna say if
I
you pounded that, you're gonna just be belching in the middle of this.
Yeah, that's fine. That'll probably happen anyways.
Out of one of your holes.
What? Both of them, probably.
Just not at the same time.
I think you're selling me short there saying one.
I didn't say that it wouldn't be. It's the same time part that's the issue. Because then your body doesn't know what to do because you can't move in either direction. It's propulsion, but in reverse. So do you just become a black hole?
Maybe.
That'd be interesting.
I think I just start spewing things out of all of my orifices and then keel over and die.
Can we save the second part of that?
The dying part?
Just to like, you're not in my house.
Okay. You just roll me out the window or something.
Just open this up and just push you out.
So I show up and be like, sir, why'd you throw his body out the window? And be like, well, he said it was all right.
He said it was fine. I have it on recording. And also, just so we're clear, I wasn't carrying him downstairs.
Yeah.
This is a much faster way down. And meanwhile, Sam's just staring at me with like death daggers. Did you really?
What? Have you
what? I have it on recording. He said, do it. You think I'm not going to honor his final wish?
Exactly.
What kind of friend would I be then? Oh, everything else I did up until now was fine, but this was over the ledge.
Over the windowsill.
Oh. I just like the idea that's just you having to describe all this afterwards. Like, oh, that's all. I just pushed it too far. Sometimes literally. I don't understand what the issue is. No longer allowed to functions. It's like, what? Just because I pushed his corpse out of a window? Like, yeah, actually, that's basically exactly why we're not inviting you. Well, that seems a bit dramatic.
He was already dead.
I didn't kill him. Jeez. Speaking of things that should teach you how to be better, new releases?
Sure.
Like number 1, are you smarter than a 5th grader?
No.
For PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. Are you smarter than a... Are you dumb enough?
Can't believe that's still a thing.
Is it?
Apparently, they came out with a game.
That
Another game.
That does not mean it's a thing. There was a game a long time ago as well.
Yeah.
Number 2, Midnight Fight Express for the PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. Number 3, Saints Row for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. And, whoo boy, does it look bad.
Woo woo.
Number 4, SD Gundam Battle Alliance. What's SD stand for?
I think that's the little ones.
San Domingo. PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. Like Chibi Gundam?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, Jesus. Number 5, Train Life, a railway simulator for the PC. I am intrigued. Can I be a hobo?
Think it's on Game Pass?
I just want a hobo train life. Hopping in cars, sleeping with cows. And that's just all it is. Number 6, Aquadine for the PC. No, I lied. For the PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. No PC. Number 7, The Company Man for PlayStation and Xbox. You a company man?
No.
Good man. Number 8, Pac-Man World Repack for the PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. And number 9, Soul Hackers 2 for the PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Hacking souls twice.
We didn't just hack them once. We got back doors and we hacked them again.
Hacked them in the back door, if you know what I mean.
Got a lot of loose code there, if you know what I mean.
Whoa.
Have you ever watched... I know you've watched Who's Line, but have you ever watched If You Know What I Mean?
No.
It's one of the games, and they have to keep that going.
Yep.
And Colin is like famously terrible at it.
Mm-hmm.
When he just goes to say something, he's like, I absolutely no idea what I mean. I'm gonna powder the donuts, if you know what I mean. And it's just like, what are you talking about?
Oh yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one.
There's a clip somewhere of If You Know What I Mean, and it's all the Who's Line skits of that time of like doing it, and every time they have Colin, and there's just like so many times where he says something, and then they're just all like, "What?" Like, no, I don't know what you mean.
That makes no sense.
Anyway, I'll
odds or evens.
we'll see how you're feeling. Pretty odd.
I'm odd all the time. Even when I'm even, I'm odd.
Even, odd?
Number 1, the Communications Workers of America has accused Activision Blizzard of illegally surveilling employees while protesting and cutting off chat channels as staff discussed labor issues. The filing to the National Labor Relations Board says that the firm also threatened to remove employee access to other internal message channels where pay and working conditions were discussed. An Activision Blizzard representative responded to the accusations in part by saying, quote, "The CWA continues to create an inaccurate picture of Activision Blizzard that willfully ignores the facts," end quote. And they also said, quote, "The CWA's efforts are preventing the company from protecting our employees from disrespectful or disparaging remarks," end quote.
Bunch of legal battle mumbo jumbo.
Getting into that mudslinging. Good old...
sling somebody you sling somebody me. It's just a good mudslinging time.
Good old American mudslinging.
Yeah, I don't have actually anything good there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 2, Sony is going nuts with the adaptations. Yeah, of video games. I don't know why I blanked at that word. Sony's PlayStation Productions is reportedly working on a live-action adaptation of the 2019 survival horror game Days Gone.
Days Gone.
According to Deadline, Sheldon Turner, who has written X-Men First Class and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre The Beginning, has been tapped to develop the project. Sam Hagen from Star's Outlander series is set to play Deacon St. John, the lead character of Days Gone. Now,
why
Matt,
not?
I ask you, would that not just be called The Walking Dead Days Gone?
Also, why not just have the actor who plays him play him since he's an actor?
Man, could you imagine? It's like you're thinking, you got to stop that.
It's what's his name? It's like Sam Whit something, Whitmore, Whitter, or something like that.
Witwicky.
Whit.
You keep trying to name Darth Maul, which is the first issue.
It's in the same. That's.
You think Deacon St. John is played by the guy that did Darth Maul?
No, I thought that was the Force Unleashed guy. I thought that was his name. Am I confusing the two of them?
Maybe.
Fuck me. Not literally, figuratively.
Are you sure?
Let me look it up. What's his name? Deacon
St. John.
St. John. What a name.
I'll continue. Or have you found it? Continuing it is.
Yeah.
PlayStation Productions and Scott Free Productions have begun development of a movie based on Gravity Rush. Gravity Rush is a 2012 adventure title developed by Japan Studios Team Gravity as players stepped into the role of the gravity-controlling cat. As reported by Deadline, Emily Jerome, producer of Panopticon, is working on the script. What the hell is Panopticon? Anna Mastro, who has worked on Shameless and The Bold Type, is set to direct the film.
Sam Witwer is the Deacon.
Is he? Who's Darth Maul?
Oh, I don't know.
God.
Also, what is why Gravity Rush?
Oh, so yes, why Gravity Rush is a good question. Also, I don't remember anything about Gravity Rush, which is because it's 10 years old. So why are we now choosing that? Also, I want to know what Emily Jerome, the producer of Panopticon, what is Panopticon?
I'll look it up. Ray Park is Darth Maul.
Why do I feel like, what is Sam Witwer in?
Sam Witwer's in Force Unleashed. He plays Starkiller. He's also...
You keep looking things up. If you're going to look things up.
Okay, Panopticon?
Yeah, Panopticon, because the name just sounds cool.
Where the hell is it? How do they spell it?
Opticon.
I know, but it's
yeah.
And I want to make sure I spelt it right because I'm not getting Opticon. Is it a show or something? I need to use her name in it, don't I? Emily Jerome. He also played Sam Witwer also played Doomsday in Smallville.
Oh, interesting. You know why I was thinking of Sam Witwer? Because do you he was in Solo. And he was voiced for a bunch of other things. You remember when Funhouse, this is again references, Funhouse was doing the Star Wars thing? He's there.
Okay,
James is doing the voice of Maul.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Sam behind him giving him the lines. It's like, what are the lines? He's like, the only truth is your enemy. The only truth is your enemy, or whatever the whole thing is. And he's like, I think you're ready, or whatever. And it's just that whole thing of him delivering lines.
There's nothing. I don't know what this is.
Perfect. All right, moving on.
It's got Anthony Mackie in it, but it's not anything I've ever heard of.
Perfect. That sounds about right then. Umbrella Academy director Steve Blackman is heading up the Netflix Horizon series based on PlayStation's Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. During an interview with Totem, he confirmed that Aloy will be the show's main character. Because frankly, if you're making a movie or TV show about that, why would she not be?
Yeah, then you run into that problem, the casting problem again.
Of not just picking Ashley Burch.
What's that?
Of not just picking the right person.
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like that's kind of the problem now. It's like video games look so realistic and they're using real people for motion capture that
Why is Pedro Pascal Joel? Yeah.
yeah, especially now considering what's his face is like old enough to where you could probably get away with makeup of him playing him.
Troy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to cut the hair a little bit. That's the issue.
Yeah, for sure.
Hair too tall.
All right. Number 3. Sony announced that it will be raising the price of both editions of the PS5 in Europe, the UK, the Middle East, Africa, Asia, Latin America, and Canada. The United States seems to be the only major market not getting a price increase. Suck it. The increases range from about $20 hairs to $50 hairs in their respective currencies.
Interesting.
It is interesting. It's not in the doc, so I'll say it now. For whatever reason, probably because people harass them, the other major console makers, Microsoft, Nintendo, officially said that they have no current plans to raise their prices.
It's just funny to see a price raise, right? When welcome to capitalism, right? I guess we'll do a quick economic lessons. Prices go up, inflation goes up, everything goes up. What doesn't go up to counteract that?
Wages?
It's a simple question. It's a simple answer.
Another fun one. So there was
I like these games.
There was the chip bill that just was passed, and it had subsidies built into it for solar stuff.
Oh, yeah, which is hysterical given my climate.
Yes. One of those was, it was either an extension or an increase of the subsidy for electric vehicles, EV vehicles.
Okay, yeah.
The government gives you X amount of money.
Yeah, you get a bonus for switching to an EV vehicle.
And Ford raised the prices of their EV vehicles.
I gotta stop saying EV vehicles.
I know it's a double.
I'm gonna, you know what?
EVs.
Electric volt vehicles, suck it.
Electric vehicles, basically the same amount.
Oh, interesting.
So there's just they'll be like, we'll take that, thank you.
Yep. Surprising no one.
Yeah. Classic.
Number 4. Bloomberg has confirmed that the upcoming remake of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic has been passed to Saber Interactive, specifically one of its European studios. Decision makers at Embracer and at publisher Sony Group Corp. and Walt Disney Co., both of whom have financial interests in the game, were displeased with progress under Aspyr, which ultimately led to the transition.
Just confirmation.
Let's go ahead and delay it a few more years.
I still love the whole we don't expect any material delays. Well, you never had a release date, so
it's very much them going, we don't expect any material delays, and then also at the same time having that panel room with all the TVs that are just dark silhouettes of Walt Disney and Sony, whatever, going, we find your lack of progress disturbing.
We've altered the deal. Pray we do not alter it further.
Just talking to the quotes the entire time. I want to see the game. Show me the game.
And they're like, stop it. Please stop it.
Misa want to. No! Whole thing is just it's a Star Wars quote torture chamber.
Oh, man. Tiny Build has acquired Bossa Studios. I'm going to go with Bossa. I don't know.
Misa Bossa Nas.
Tiny Build has acquired Bossa Studios IPs, including Surgeon Simulator, I Am Fish, and I Am Bread.
First off, I haven't heard of I Am Fish, and I am now Google.com.
Something to check out.
Yep.
The deal includes an upfront payment of $3 million, and going forward, Tiny Build will be the developer working on these IPs, with Bossa focusing on other projects. Tiny Build also announced the acquisition of Russian studio Confa Games, developer of Despotism 3K, never heard of it, and upcoming title Despots Game for $5.4 million. The team will be joining Tiny Build Studio in Belgrade, Serbia.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I feel like
Tiny
those
builds.
are large dollar numbers for a tiny build.
I also feel that, and it's interesting that like they just straight up bought IP. You rarely see that in games.
Yeah.
Just IP buying, but it fits. Tiny build. I am bread. I am fish. Surfer Simulator.
It's right up, right.
Yeah.
There.
Good for them.
Number 6, a lawsuit that seeks to win compensation for almost 9 million UK customers was filed against Sony last week, accusing the PlayStation maker of abusing its status to overcharge players, developers, and publishers. According to consumer rights expert Alex Neil, who filed the lawsuit with the Competition Appeal Tribunal, Sony is in breach of competition law by, quote, abusing its market power to improve unfair terms and conditions on the game developers and publishers, end quote. Which in turn has forced prices up for players. The filing also accuses the platform holder of ripping people off by charging commission on every digital game and in-game item sold via the PlayStation Store, which allows it to take a 30% cut of all purchases.
Which has been compared to the infamous 30% App Store cut that Apple and Google have taken in the past.
And it begins.
Yes.
Again,
yes.
Europe, starting it all.
Yep.
Sorry. They're in the UK. So, again, not Europe, in quotes, starting it all.
Not Europe, but Europe.
Overseas.
Yeah. Sony, man, you probably shouldn't have gone so hard about trying to keep Microsoft from buying things.
While this is happening, we're going to raise our prices.
Yeah. PS5 needs to be more expensive.
Give us your money.
Don't make me pull out your earnings call showing how many billions of dollars you made.
Well, here's the thing. It's never enough. You know what I mean?
That's right. It is never enough.
All you hear is Shane Max. Here comes money.
Power to the people. All right.
Rise up, gamers.
Eat the rich. Rise up.
Just us boring ass idiots in front of that line. Woo! Go team.
Doing good work.
You're working harder, hardly working. Hey, just elbowing people next to you.
I'd be like, who brought these fucking idiots?
Can you please go away? You're not helping. What? But I agree with everything you're saying.
Number 7. Bungie has launched Destiny 2 on the Epic Games Store. The announcement was made during Destiny's 2 showcase, which gave an in-depth look at the new season as well as further details on the game's next premium expansion, Lightfall. The collaboration between Bungie and Epic will also see Destiny cosmetics appear in several of the latest titles, including Fortnite and Fall Guys. Players that install Destiny 2 via the Epic Games Store will also get free access to the 30th Anniversary Pack, which includes new weapons, armor, and a dungeon. Bungie also announced that it will no longer be sunsetting premium DLC.
Okay.
Which was kind of a dumb thing to begin with, but...
Where's Destiny 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we need to...
We'll see. I mean, we'll see. Maybe Lightfall will be a banger and everybody will love it. But
maybe, but it's not looking that way.
I'm not in that environment.
Yeah, I'm not either.
And to pretend like I am is a disservice to myself.
Yep.
Number 8, GamesIndustry.biz had a couple interviews with important people at Gamescom that we figured we would pull some quotes from. Here's the quote from my interview. Yo, what's up, bitch?
What's up, bitch?
It was a really weird interview, and that was where it ended, so that was my whole quote.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking to more important people, Bandai Namco Europe's COO Arnaud Mueller said... Pretty sure it's just Mueller because there's no E with an accent.
That's fine.
Said, quote, this spread of acquisition that we're seeing is affecting some of the smaller publishers in their capacity to access the best studios in the world, end quote. I agree, though I don't think spread is the right word you want there, Arnaud.
This spread. Well,
if he means it like a plague, sure.
It was an interesting interview. That's all I'm going to say.
He's an interesting name.
It is.
Xbox Principal Product Manager Harrison Huffman, also known as H Squared, said, quote, we Just make shit up about people. Quote, we want to make it as easy for people to stream a game as it is to stream a movie from Netflix. It should be that same simplicity. That's what it's going to take to get this into the mainstream, end quote. He's not wrong. Like, that's just...
Yeah. In the interview was like very marketing lingo, but basically like they're strong, like
they're pushing as hard as they can.
Yeah, they're pushing big time the streaming thing.
Yeah.
So.
Which, again, they were right there with Mixer and using the FTL technology and everything else they had. So it's like, now just translate to games instead of just video streaming, and we'll see where you're at.
Yeah, which they do. They do talk about like the technical side of it a little bit, about like the priority of getting latency down and like making it, easier.
Bloomberg spoke with Phil Spencer, King Phil, the king of games, some call him.
Yeah, king of gaming.
And he made his position clear on the future of the industry. Quote, maybe you happen in your household to buy an Xbox and I buy a PlayStation, and our kids want to play together and they can't because we bought the wrong piece of plastic to plug into our television. We really love to be able to bring more players in, reducing friction. What the fuck, Phil? Making people feel safe, securing when they're playing, allowing them to find their friends, play with their friends, regardless of what device. I think in the long run, that is good for this industry. And maybe in the short run, there's some people in some companies that, don't love it. But I think as we get over the hump and see where this industry can continue to grow, it proves out to be true.
Shots fired.
Phil just out here like, listen, man, I'm going to sell games no matter what happens. Those bitches need to get their shit
You can either get on the boat or get the fuck off. We're selling games here.
Listen, Nintendo's going to be on that raft. You can fit on the door, but if they don't let you on, you fall to the bottom of the Atlantic.
Never let go, Jack.
Tale as old as time. That's Beauty and the Beast.
That's fair.
Beauty and the Beast.
I
mean, again, he's right.
Yeah. I mean, the trend is clear.
I like, though, in his thing, he chose in his own imaginative story.
He chose
to buy the PlayStation.
Yeah.
He didn't say, I own an Xbox, you buy a PlayStation. He said, no, you buy an Xbox, and then I'll get the PlayStation. And you're like, what the fuck, Phil? What weird. It's just such a weird world to create for yourself.
Oh, man. Phil Spencer.
Legend.
Speaking of Gamescom, it's happening.
Hey, I said that earlier.
Here's what's happened so far. Let's see if my iPad decided to do its fucking job.
If anybody is playing the over-under game at home, the money line is that it did not choose to do its job. That is the favored bet right now, so go ahead and put your money on it did its job if you want to win big.
It did not do its job.
And you lost your money. Sorry.
And then it takes fucking forever to load. When 2 seconds ago it loaded the website, not 2 seconds ago, 30 minutes ago, it loaded the website immediately. All right, here we go.
Okay, I was about to start playing a new game, so.
This is Opening Night Live we're talking about now.
I've lost my mind, by the way. The moment you said this is, I was just about to be like, the story of a girl. who cried a river and drowned the whole world.
Why do you plague me like this?
Me or your iPad? Which one?
This device, because it works fucking fine, and then when I need it, it's just like, nah, brah.
The moment
I'm on break.
The moment Mike Wazowski. Do you need me to open one of these?
No,
just in case.
No.
Or are you actually?
No, I'm not going to give in to terrorism. Okay.
Okay. All right. Listen, I understand.
I'm not going to give in to terrorism.
Did you create the terrorism, though? You know what I mean?
I mean, the terrorism is going to be when I snap this thing over my goddamn knee. All right?
That'd be impressive and also semi-concerning.
All right, here we go. There was a game called Everywhere announced from some ex-Rockstar developers. Their interesting name for the developer, by the way. It's called Build a Rocket Boy Games.
That is true. Both are interesting names. Every time I hear Everywhere, though, all I can think of is that movie.
Yeah.
Which the game looked pretty much similar.
It's an open world game that aims to blend thrilling gameplay, creativity, adventure, and discovery in a multi-world gaming experience.
Cool. So
no idea what it is.
It's the Vegas shit you could buy. It's everything. Okay, cool.
Yeah, thanks. Give me a real game, please.
I'm glad you had a whole press release.
Sony revealed the DualSense Edge. Did you see this thing?
Nope.
It's basically Sony's take on the Elite controller.
Oh, okay.
Customized.
You want to know what I'm not buying?
What's up?
You want to know what I'm not buying?
What is this thing called again? DualSense Edge.
Good job.
It's what you would expect. There's additional buttons, customizable, replaceable, all that good stuff. No idea on price or anything like that.
Probably $200 to $250, knowing Sony.
I don't know. Prices went up. Might be $300.
That's why I said $250 because the Elite's only $200.
The Callisto Protocol showed some gameplay, which I meant to watch but did not.
We failed that job. I assume it looks like Dead Space though. So
yeah, the Lords of the Fallen, which previously was called Lords of the Fallen 2, and is now called The Lords of the Fallen, received a trailer and is targeting a 2023 release date.
Looked creepy in a good way.
That's what we like on this podcast. Creepy in a good way.
That's how I'm described to the... Never mind.
Moving Out 2 was announced. Online co-op, all the normal stuff.
Moving Out was a fun game.
You son of a biatch. Sorry. iPad acting up again. Hogwarts Legacy received a new story trailer.
Cool. Why? You just delayed the game. Don't make me more hype for it.
I think this one had some Slytherin nonsense in it and stuff, but I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, cool. Snakes. Whoop-de-doo.
Snakes. Okay. New Tales from the Borderlands officially revealed.
I was intrigued by that. I did enjoy the first one, so I'm watching.
October 21st.
Pretty close.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. Dying Light 2 Stay Human expansion was detailed. First major story expansion called Bloody Ties.
Be interesting to see how that actually received, seeing how Dying Light 2 kind of fizzled.
And that's coming October 13th, which is one of my ex-girlfriend's birthdays. When you're there's numbers that are stored in their head and you just can't get rid of them.
I wish we did this stuff in front of a live audience, because the moment he said that, I immediately did that side-eye puppet meme of just did he just say that? There's only certain things that are ingrained in me, and I don't think I know any of my
my first my first house's phone number, all that stuff, those numbers that
yeah there are only, how many phone numbers do you think you know right now off the top of your head?
Oh, that's a tough one. Probably not many.
I think I know 3. I'm talking people, not business lines or
people's phone numbers.
Yeah.
Straight up.
If you called that number, it's that person's phone or a house line.
I know. I'm confident. I know 2 phone numbers, and then the third one, the other ones are numbers that are old numbers that I don't know if they're.
I'm confident I know 5. 3 of those are my family. And then the other 2 are Todd and Kenny, and I'm pretty sure I know both of those.
That's pretty impressive.
Kenny, I'm now changing in my head to being 50-50. Todd, I'm pretty positive I know, though.
I know my mom's house number, and I know my wife's cell phone number, and that's it. Which that's all I need to know,
Ooh, I know 911. Does that okay.
Coming in with that.
I mean, I know it's not a person, but
could save your life. Tortuga, A Pirate's Tale was revealed.
So when that whole thing happened, that trailer was playing out,
I ignored it.
Okay, so there's that.
Yes.
I was thinking immediately of Sid Meier's Pirates.
Okay.
That's just immediately what I thought. And I was like, there's no way that game is releasing right now. And then it said that. And I was like, okay. All right, never mind. But if you know what Sid Meier's Pirates is, and then you see that, you go, oh.
Well, it could have been Skull and Bones.
Oh, serious. Oh, my bad.
They released some details about their game to, I'm assuming, to like try to, be like, hey, we still exist.
Skull and Bones?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just going to release like one advertisement a week that's just like, hey.
We're here. Marauders is entering early access this October. It's a tactical first-person shooter. Yeah. Sonic. Oh, that's the one we should have watched. Was Sonic Frontiers. Sonic Frontiers officially confirmed for November 8th. Not that anyone cares, but
Yeah, so it's Sonic, man. Like,
yeah. Under the Waves was revealed from Quantic Dream and Parallel Studio. It's a new narrative-driven adventure game to follow Stan, an oil company diver in the 1970s who's exploring the depths of the North Sea. That one kind of looked interesting, but it very much looked like Subnautica.
yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I thought a putty cat. When I saw
I did.
I thought putty. Fucking full tweeted. I blanked now entirely. I thought it was Subnautica DLC.
Yeah, which is fair.
It just looked like it. And then they're like, oh, no, this is a different game. Totally different. And I was just, what?
Oh, it's disturbing.
Define totally different.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest issue is like it visually looks like Subnautica. So it's like you could have just done something. Like slightly different color palette maybe, or a little bit of an artistic flair somewhere to make it obvious, but whatever.
Yeah.
Goat Simulator 3 graced us with some gameplay footage. It'll be out November 17th.
Go Simulator.
Return to Monkey Island is coming out September 19th.
Never left. Monkey Island, that is. We're still on it to this day, by the way.
Yeah.
When you really think about
it. Subnautica developer revealed a sci-fi game written by Brandon Sanderson. And the game's called Moonbreaker.
Every time I've heard that, by the way.
I thought it looked kind of cool.
It did. But every time I hear Moonbreaker...
You think of Moonraker?
Yep. Every time.
Yeah, because you're a normal human being.
I don't know if that's the word I would use for me. But I appreciate that.
I'd be concerned if anyone heard Moonbreaker and didn't think of Moonraker.
I'd disown them. Does that count?
That's fair. That's a fair reaction.
Be like, oh, cool, you're not fun anymore.
Friends versus Friends. A new card deck-based shooter. I do not remember this one. Lies of P. A Souls-like...
Is that really how it's pronounced?
Lies of P?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
All right.
It's a Souls-like, and it's based on the story of Pinocchio.
It was definitely Souls-like looking. I mean, it looked kind of cool.
A lot of people have been comparing it to Bloodborne.
Yeah, I didn't even notice like the Pinocchio thing until the name popped up, and I was like, "Oh, that's what he's talking about." Okay, I can kind of see the resemblance.
Yeah, what's it say? It says, players must guide him on his journey to become a real boy.
I'm a real boy.
I knew someone had to do it. All right,
I went half Mickey at the same time. Oh boy,
that's pretty good, Mickey. Stranded: Alien Dawn was revealed with a cinematic trailer. It is some sort of survival game, right? Planet Survival Sim.
That's
from the developers of Surviving Mars.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense. Especially when it's described as a planet surviving sim after that's their first game.
Focus Home Interactive announced Atlas Fallen, a new game from Deck 13. Where the player's primary weapon is sand.
I hate sand.
It's coarse. It gets everywhere.
It makes me murder my girlfriend.
It makes me murder sand people.
Did you see?
The women, the children. I killed all of them.
Just nonchalantly. I don't know, man. It was weird. Did you see there was a...
They're animals, and I slaughtered them like animals. Sorry.
I should have sent you the meme. It was Obi-Wan and Anakin having the conversation, and they did the old, part of my language, but they did the old fuck, marry, kill. And Obi-Wan asks him, he goes, fuck, marry, kill, and he just says Padme, and then Obi-Wan just stares at him, and he's just staring back, and that's like the end of the panel.
That's really good.
It was so good.
That's really good. Oh, that's good. All right, Homeworld 3 got a new gameplay trailer.
Hey, if you like Homeworld 1 and 2, boom, there you go.
Genshin Impact.
Close enough.
3.0, I guess. Is that what they're calling it?
Sure.
Genshin Impact 3.0. It's a new region or something.
All right.
Summeru?
Yep.
I don't know.
Do I look like a weeb?
I don't know. Alchemy. I see what they did there. Alchemy Labs, the developer for Job Simulator, unveiled a new game.
I'm intrigued. Like Job Simulator. Good time.
It appears to be something to do with eating, but there's no title or anything, so...
Maybe you're just making up those weird pod things that they eat.
Maybe. It's another game called Hockey Star Rail from the developers of Genshin Impact.
Okay.
High on Life trailer.
Blaze it.
With a Morty-voiced weapon of some kind.
Well, it's by Rick and Morty writers. So.
Yeah. Hard to miss that.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't play Trover Saves the Universe. I watched Ray play it. But it's one of my favorite playthroughs he's ever done because it's written without Rick, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the reason I can't watch Rick and Morty. Because I just hate how he's written, at least in the early seasons. And having this again happening...
He sees too much of himself in him.
No, I've never been that alcoholic. I see what I hate in a lot of people of like that being a personality trait. I'm like, it's
the alcoholism thing?
Just because people use it as a punchline to be funny, and I'm like, it's not entertaining. I don't even want to go down this road. I couldn't make it through 3 or 4 episodes, and I was like, I can't tolerate him.
The first seasons, I do remember being an adjustment.
Yeah. And anyway, this has that same humor where it's very aware of itself and just being stupid funny. And I'm like, this is going to be just a good time. Even if I don't play it myself, it's going to be a great time to watch because the dialogue's always entertaining. You can't kill a kid. Like, I just,
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
There goes our E for everyone rating.
Yeah.
The Expanse is getting a video game from Telltale Games.
See, I don't care about The Expanse, but I know people that do. So that might actually intrigue them to play a Telltale game where you can, Telltale being a choose your own adventure of sorts.
For sure.
In a universe you enjoy, yeah, go for it.
Summer 2023.
Next year, never mind. You gotta wait a bit.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space is getting the what's
game?
that? What are those games called? Monster hunting? What are those types of games called? Like the Friday the 13th and the Dead by Daylight. They're like they have a name, right?
Yes, they have a name, but it's based on asymmetric PvP or something like that. Yeah.
Well, they're getting that treatment.
And if that's the full style, that's the only style they go with, I'm probably out, but it is a name that I love.
It's a 3 versus 7 title.
Oh, interesting. Well, I guess that makes sense because there are 3
clowns. I think out of all of them so far, this one has looked the most interesting to me.
Yeah, because it's the least copycat of itself from the other ones.
Yeah.
The other ones
has the
are
potential to be the most unique.
Yeah, there's a lot of the other ones that are just like we do the same, but slightly different for legal reasons.
That one's early 2023. Scars Above, a dark sci-fi action game, got a story and gameplay trailer.
Cool.
Former Bethesda lead Jeff. I'm gonna go with Gardner on this one, but I'm sure that's not how it's supposed to be pronounced.
Gunter.
Knock that off.
Jeff Gunter.
He has a new studio called Something Wicked Games, and he's working on a new RPG called Weird Song. Or Wired Song.
Or Weird Song.
I'm going to go with Wired. Wired Song.
Okay.
Let's see here. The game will be set in a dark fictional version of historical Portugal, full of conspiracies and supernatural going-ons.
So Portugal.
Yep. Age of Empires 4. We got some Ottomans and some Malians. Yeah, those people. Gotham Knights is launching earlier than expected, October 21st. Apparently there was some Harley Quinn and Clayface action.
I mean, I'm still intrigued to whatever this is.
Yeah, they released a lot of stuff on it.
And now they pushed Hogwarts Legacy out, so now I have a reason to look at this. So, we'll see.
October 21st, so it's going to sneak up on us real quick.
Let's hope that's still about a month before the WoW expansion. Because then Nate's going to be busy.
Where Winds Meets is an open world set in medieval China. I'm digging the China games. Is that a weird way to say that?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm digging the Chinese games.
Because there's two things. Do you mean the games set in China?
That one.
Because as I said, the Chinese games are like the Wukong game that hasn't come out yet either.
Yeah. Any game
that's the game being made in China.
The games that are exploring Chinese culture and
I agree. I'm fine.
Whatever.
I'm also down with the Monkey King one. I just wanted to know which one you meant. Games being set in China or games being made in China. They are two different
I'm not
things.
fucking China disease. I'm not like that dude.
Who's that dude?
The fucking the
Alex Jones?
Could be. Could be my dad. I don't know.
I've never met your dad.
Lucky bastard.
Maybe I met him once.
That's unfortunate for you.
If I did, it would have been the wedding.
Which wasn't there very long, and that's all you need to know.
Perfect. Then I don't think I met him. I was busy dealing with my own issues.
As we were all. Everstone.
Your wedding, I deal with my own issues.
Everstone Games has announced Where Winds Meet, an open world RPG set in the Ten Kingdoms era of medieval China.
And you know why we were intrigued by this?
Why is that?
Sure, we're intrigued from the location and taking place in Japan and yada yada.
China.
This is going to lead to exactly what I'm saying.
Well, I know where you're going with this one.
It's because we played Ghost of Tsushima and it was so damn good.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, give me more of that area.
Yeah, give me more of that.
I understand they're different countries, but guess what? Sword combat in Asia. Sign me up.
Yep. Hideo Kojima is starting a podcast.
God, why is this? No, skip over this. I don't
September 8th.
Skip over this. You know how long that's going to be? He's just going to try to mindfuck you for the first 2 hours of the first episode.
It's called Brain Structure.
Oh my God, stop talking.
It'll be available in English and Japanese.
I'm going to go play Ghost of Tsushima and just play his version in Japanese over it and be like, I don't understand what's happening anyway. Let's vibe. It's like
Park Beyond. A new amusement park simulator.
I was intrigued because I always enjoyed Roller Coaster Tycoon, and Planet Coaster didn't really do it for me. So we'll see.
The Pokemon Company has collaborated with the car manufacturer Mini to bring to life an official Pikachu-themed Mini Aceman.
All right, I feel like we're stretching it now.
That's what I'm sorry. I'm reading the news. Phantom Hellcat was revealed. It's a hack and slash combat game.
Everybody wearing Walkmans.
Warhammer 40k Dark Tide got a new trailer. Yeah, the Sony Walkman can make it a comeback.
I don't think it said Sony on it, but I understand what you mean.
Well, Walkman's a Sony brand.
Oh, interesting. That's probably not true anymore.
I mean, it might be true, but it's not used.
Well,
that's for sure. So who knows when that all looks?
Or maybe it's in the creative.
Expired.
Maybe it's back out in Creative Commons, which is why everybody has them now.
That could be it. Strategy game Door from Manic is coming to Nintendo Switch in April. To Blacktail, a game about witchcraft and the legend of Baba Yaga, has got a trailer.
The Legend of... Remember that game?
Nope.
All right.
The Outlast Trial gets a new trailer.
That one actually looked interesting. Again, probably watch somebody play. Because it looks like it's just Saw.
Mm-hmm.
But, Outlast
interestingly, universe. It says that players can sample the game early from October 28th to November 1st.
Ooh, a little Halloween weekend.
Embark, a new studio created by ex-Battlefield developers, which I'm pretty sure we've talked about, has teased the Finals, a new competitive shooter.
I was intrigued just because I was like, the whole thing was, can you, and I was like, wait, what is happening? It's just a bunch of shooting, and then it's like the Finals. I was like, is that the name of the game, or?
Yeah, that one didn't make a lot of sense.
Trailer wasn't like cut to understand, but it looked good.
And last but not least, for opening night live, Dead Island 2 made a comeback.
Which, and again, that actually looked good. It's a cinematic trailer, not a gameplay trailer. But it looked gross and zombie-like.
February 3rd.
That's getting delayed.
I think you might be right.
We're not going through the next two. I'll tell you right now.
What's the next two?
You have 2 more links.
Yeah.
Unless they're 5 minutes each.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Future Game Show. Here's the new games. The Gap. Not to be confused with the clothing company.
Or what you need to mind on the subway.
And then also Floodland, survival game, coming out November 15th. Snackoon, a stealth adventure title where players assume the role of a raccoon.
Is this just Untitled Goose Game, but
I don't know.
Trash Pandas?
Don't know, didn't see it.
Just give me the hands, and let me take grapes from people.
God of Rock, rhythm-based fighting game, coming out in the winter.
Is that called Brutal Legend?
And then we got release dates. Solstice is coming out September 20th. The Last Worker is coming out October 19th. The Chant is coming out November 3rd. Dark Pictures Anthology, The Devil and Me is November 18th. Deliver Us Mars is February 2nd. That's it for the Future Games Show. And Xbox did their Xbox booth live. And really, there wasn't anything new. It was just them talking about everything we've already known about. I think they gave I don't think I have it here, do I? I don't think so, but they gave Pentiment, that Obsidian game, a release date. And everything else was stuff that we saw. So like Microsoft Flight Simulator had some updates, getting helicopters. Gunfire Reborn, Sea of Thieves, Lies of P.
Literally everything we saw not a month ago.
Yeah. Everything. There's like Minecraft Legends.
Yep, literally everything we saw a month ago.
Plague Tale Requiem.
They replayed their fucking month ago conversation.
Yep, and that's it for Gamescom so far.
Got a couple more days if you want to see anything.
Yeah, I think we're done with like the big reveals. You might see some
reveals are done. Now it's
like
panels or random demos showing up from once certain people get hands on things and yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
All right, questionable things we didn't write full paragraphs on. Number 1, Warner Bros. Games has announced that Multiverses has had more than 20 million players since its release. That's a lot of players, man.
That is a lot of players, but I'm skeptical because it's probably a lot of people jumping in being like, what is this? Oh, I get what this is. I'm out.
You know what? They count.
Does count.
Still
for something.
Number 2, Microsoft spent $600,000 to bring Big Cheese Studios' cooking simulator to Xbox Game Pass. Nice. Number 3, Project Cars and Project Cars 2 will be removed from sale in the coming month due to expiring car and track licenses. The games will remain fully playable as long as you already own them.
Exactly.
Number 4, how do we talk about what I want to talk about? Now, well, I got time. Number 4, Capcom has revealed that Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak has sold over 4 million units globally. Not bad for a Monster Hunter title early.
Mm-hmm.
Super Smash Bros. Series game director Masahiro Sakurai has launched a YouTube channel dedicated to game design. It'll be available in Japanese and English. And now become our Japanese creators learning how to do podcasts and YouTube channels. Lord help us all. Number 6, Denuvo has unveiled technology that it says will combat Nintendo Switch video game piracy. The Nintendo Switch emulator protection will run checks into a title's code to stop gameplay on emulators. The software maker said that it will not impact gameplay for users. Also, Nintendo not involved.
Yep. That's more of a warning than anything else.
Yeah, basically.
A PSA. Hey, this might become an annoyance for
like,
everyone.
Hey, we're going to have an issue. You're going to have to find a way around it. Number 7, GameStop announced that it's increasing the wages of assistant store leaders and senior guest advisors. Also, store leaders will be receiving a new compensation model. And if you're curious of why this is in here, me too. Number 8.
It's GameStop, man.
We're
GameStop, following their slow decline.
But we're discussing the fact that they're increasing wages of employees at this point when I'm wondering how they're doing that.
Exactly. That's why it's in here.
Okay, all right.
It's a slow decline. We're following it. Just like we're following all the dumb, stupid Activision Blizzard fucking lawsuits and shit.
Oh, God.
Because you know what? At some point, it's got to stop somewheres.
We can just stop at any point, you know.
And that's all. We don't have anything to talk about. That's all there ever is Activision Blizzard getting shit on.
Oh, God, I wish you were wrong. Number 8, Sony will launch the new PS5 PlayStation tournaments with an open beta in the coming weeks. Number 9, Sony's PlayStation VR2 headset is coming in early 2023, according to posts made on the company made on Twitter and Instagram. I don't believe you. Number 10, The Dark Pictures, The Devil in Me will be released on November 18th, and The Devil in Me will be out on the 19th. Do you get what I mean? Number 11, Obsidian Entertainment has announced that its narrative mystery game, Pentiment, will be released for Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and PC on November 15th. That's the old, like, art style one, right?
Yeah, flat style, yeah.
Cool. That'll give me something to play before Thanksgiving. Number 12. Forspoken will include over 100 spells and abilities, as well as a Devil May Cry style combo grading system. Get that S rank. Number 13. Embracer Group announced that its acquisition of Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, and Square Enix Montreal, various IPs such as Tomb Raider, has been completed. Number 14, USA Today reported that Amazon was going to announce a bid to buy EA, but shortly after, CNBC's financial journalist David Faber refuted those claims, saying that Amazon was not. So those two companies hate each other. Number 15, Netflix confirmed that its BioShock film adaptation will be directed by Francis Lawrence. I don't know why Francois.
Like Francois better.
Yes, me too. He is known mainly for his work on the Hunger Games franchise. Constantine, good movie, I Am Legend, Sparrow, and the upcoming movie Slumberland. The script will be penned by Michael Green, who wrote Logan, Alien Covenant, Blade Runner 2049, Murder on the Orient Express, The Call of the Wild, The Jungle Cruise, and Death on the Nile. I'm intrigued by that one more than I am like all the shows that Sony's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that one... Which one do they do? Do they do 1, or do they skip to 3, or do they do an original tale?
I'm guessing it's going to be a original based on the game, so you might see a mashup of all of them.
Because I'd rather see them do 1 with like maybe jump cuts to 3 to like explain things or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, it'd just be an interesting thing, and then whatever. There's possibilities is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Number 16, DICE and EA are releasing the second season of Battlefield 2042 on August 30th. The free update is called Master of Arms. And that silence you heard was the hype for it. Number 17, after 7 months, Dark Souls 3's PC servers are finally live again. Hacking is over. For now. Number 18, Valve has confirmed that there will be future versions of the Steam Deck. No shit. Number 19, NVIDIA is revealing its RTX 40 series graphics card on September 20th at the GPU Technology Conference. And Nate is going to go murder 7 hobos in order to get his chance in order to buy one.
They did officially say to expect some significant price cuts on the RTX 30 cards prior to.
Yeah, obviously. But here's the issue. I want a 40 series because I like the new things.
That's true. Also, Valve has never made a second version of any of their hardware. So if they make a second version of the Steam Deck, that's weird.
While that is technically true, Steam Machine, rip. Vive, rip.
Steam Link.
Actually, Vive wasn't technically theirs.
Yeah. Steam Link.
Link, controller,
Mm-hmm.
rip. Steam Deck is the only one that had a fighting chance. Controller was shit. Link was shit. They were both easily replaceable within 5 seconds. And the Steam Machine was just a weak computer.
The
nobody
Steam
wanted.
Link was like ahead of its time, I feel like.
It was ahead of its time, but it was replaced.
And then it got replaced within like 3 years.
It was less than that.
I think it was out for a while though.
It was out for a while, but nobody really needed it. And then within a year,
That's what I'm saying.
NVIDIA's like, we have the
It
Shield,
became
and that was
relevant,
over.
and then it immediately was replaced.
Yeah, they're like, we have the Shield, and everybody went, oh. And then that was like the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Controller was useless because you could just have anything, and the Steam Machine was just a small PC that's supposed to do. The idea with the Steam Machine was to do what the Steam Deck is doing,
Mm-hmm.
but it was in a worse condition.
Yeah.
The Deck's the only one that they like have a clear home run with.
Yeah. Well, I would say the Index was a home run first, but
Is that actually theirs though, or is that like HTC's?
that's Valve's. The Index is Valve's, but
Oh, that's right. The Vive is HTC. Yeah.
yeah, they're working on a new version of it. I think that's wireless or something. Would you you wanted something to be on here?
It was the purchasing of number 14, EA.
Oh, yeah.
The purchasing / not purchasing, because it's something that we've called out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, who would buy them? Amazon. It makes the most sense. It's easy.
Yep. Any wonky wow news?
I just want to see. I want to see if that was like a leak test. They
To
tell
see.
one person
Well, yeah. Well,
and see if that person says something, and then they know who said it if they do.
maybe I was wondering if it was a leak test to see how the market would react because their stock
Price
did,
shot up,
Yep, their stock did do the roller coaster.
but yeah, I think that'll happen no matter who they get bought by, though, because
Yeah,
the reaction would be you're no longer yourselves.
yeah. Investors like that shit.
You always like when there's a new hat on the same body.
Okay.
It's basically glasses and Clark Kent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotcha.
You're the same person, but you're different. But yeah.
Amazing.
It's been 7 days. What you been up to?
Nada. Nothing really. Went to a baseball game. You were
We
there.
did. Yeah,
You know.
I was there. We did go to a baseball game. Good game.
Yeah, it was. It was a good game.
I think it was a better game for the neutrals.
It was. It was definitely a better game for the neutrals, which is whatever. It's fine.
I mean, in the end, it worked out for us. We Yankees won.
It did. Yep. I was weird seeing the subreddit, the baseball subreddit and the Yankees subreddit afterwards, and like all the things that were getting posted like from that game.
I did not see any of them.
The game had a lot of like
Weird moments.
yeah, like a lot of like viral things because you get it, Mets and Yankees fan in a stadium is a unique combination.
That's true.
So there was like a lot of
There were
like
also
TikTok videos.
There were also a lot of people there.
There was a lot of people there.
I think it was, according to what I thought, what I saw was that it was the biggest crowd of the season so far.
One of the more popular ones was a guy who was filming himself, a Mets fan.
Okay.
He was filming himself, and he was getting a "Let's Go Mets" chant going.
Okay.
And he timed it very poorly because it was when Judge hit the homer.
Oh.
So it was like "Let's go Mets" because I think that was a potential third strike situation.
I think so.
And he's like, let's go Mets, and then like you hear the fucking like
the crack,
and then he just puts his hand on his face, and that's the end of the video. And it was like,
that's pretty good.
Which we had a good angle on that home run, I feel like.
Yeah, we did.
Because like it hit, and it like kind of based on where our angle was, it looks like it was like hanging in the air.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, that was cool. If you're doing the Yankee game thing, the train is still a superior
if you're
mode of transportation.
If you're coming from upstate New York,
yes. And that's about it. Watching the anime thing. Don't got much going on. Don't got no video games going on because I'm a loser.
Somehow I feel like that should be the other way around. I have video games going on, so I'm the loser.
But maybe. I don't know.
It's perspective, you know what I mean?
It is perspective. The grass is always greener.
Every time I hear that, I just cut my wrist slightly deeper.
Listen, it's a true statement.
That, for clarification, I have never harmed myself.
Call the number. Turn them in.
Sand the paddy wagon.
Get him the pills.
That's a different issue.
The little blue pills.
That's a different issue.
What do you got going on?
I don't know. I just have weird references happening. I was going to say a little thing called WoW, but as I was saying that, exactly.
I don't know the words to it.
Do you believe in a thing called love?
Yeah, do you believe in a thing called love?
Just listen to the rhythm of your heart. It was that just popped in my head. But yeah, so WoW's going on, doing the WoW thing.
Yep. Doing the dungeon race there. Not really a race.
Yeah, not really a race. Just my extreme elitism showing up.
You know what?
And I say extreme elitism, but it's elitism with perspective, which is a weird thing to think about, but it's true.
Elitism in your bubble.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the perspective. The perspective is the elitism around who I'm competing with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the only one aware that we're competing, by the way.
That's fair. That's fine.
And I know that I'm not as good as the 1%. So it's just a matter of making sure they know they're not as good as me.
Yeah. I mean,
that's all it is.
Perspective.
Just got to make sure my score is higher and I am better. After that, I've mission accomplished. We can go home. Phone.
I mean, at some point you got to make it obvious too. Like you got to drop that your score is better than theirs.
Oh, at some point I will, but once I've solidified that there's no way they can catch me. Like once I've pushed really stupid, and I'm just like, good luck.
Oh, okay, all right.
Like I've already achieved what I need to.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple more things I need to get done, but then it's just a matter of making sure I stay ahead.
Yeah.
But that's that. Play some show. Started at 2 Point Campus.
Good stuff so far.
So far, I mean, I just started the tutorial while I was waiting for people to get on the other day. So that's that. Played a little bit of Madden. Probably done with that. Probably got I got my fill. Maybe play a few more games of that, but then that'll be really it. And then play FIFA when it comes out, and then just be done. That's the only reason I have those two things. And then yeah, that'll be that, and then it's just WoW time.
Nice.
WoW time, baby.
Can we wait for games to come out possibly, or I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I still have, because having Game Pass, if I really want to, just resub up to that. There's more than enough stuff on there I can play. Give Cooking Simulator a shot for an hour and just laugh at myself. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's about where I'm at.
That's fair.
That being said, anything else?
I got nothing.
Perfect. Make sure to have your pets spayed and neutered, and we will see you in 7 days.